Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are going to be playing on the Necromancer. We're playing another summoner build, but what we're going to be doing here is grabbing only ranged summons. So we're only going to be playing the archers, the helper elves and the mages, and we're going to try our best to get multiple of them if possible. If we cannot, we will be going for the buffs obviously as well, and for this to work we are going to have to change our runes a little bit over here. We can't go commanding presence and executioner, we need to go for singular focus. So let's get straight into it. Again, we're looking for our summon helper elves, we're going to be looking for our summon skeletal archers as well as summon skeletal mages, and we'll just see how well we can do. We know that the plague rats are very strong, but we've seen how strong the skeletal archers as well as the other summons can be as well, and so we will be seeing just how well they can perform on their own without the bunnies or the rats or even putrefy for a Curse VII run. But in saying that, they're still very strong summons. They're in a very good position right now, and I don't think it even matters which summons you go for. As long as you have some summons in your build, you should be able to finish Curse VII with relative ease. So we don't need the damage over there. We're going to grab the magnetic. Again, we're not looking for the chaos golems. An arcane power is fantastic over here because that's going to help us summon units faster, and that can go into the build anyway. Even if we are looking for them, we can go for a bloodlust and an arcane power as well, and that's just going to help us with our summoning and damage. So very nice to have it. It also helps with the multicast mastery as well, so a very good upgrade to get, especially when you have the multicast mastery there. Alright, so we can banish armor, we can go for our cast frequency, banish Leviathan, grab crit. Here is mages, that's fantastic. Grab a agile because we're gonna have to keep them close to us. Multicast mastery, and again we're just looking for more. There's more mages, fantastic. More crit, and let's keep it going. So we've already got 2 lots of mages. If we landed up only getting mages, that would be pretty funny. I have wanted to see what it would look like in like an endless or an overlord setting. Something definitely waiting for a Silly Saturday video to come. But again, now we only have to really worry about the void presence because they are ranged, so they do stick close to us quite a lot. So we do need to make sure that we stay as far away from the void presence as possible, and we should be very good otherwise. So grab all of this XP. I think we're gonna go get rid of those pylons. That's just gonna help us. The one thing about having them so close to us is that a lot of the attacks will be up in our face. It's not really much of a problem, it just means you are going to have to dodge a lot because everything will be focused on us. So here's skeletal archers, that's perfect. More crit. We're going to go for some more movement speed here because we need that movement speed for our summons as well as us. We got our summon helper elves, and now a nice quantity to them, and now we're just looking for more of the not the rats, more of our other summons. But we're going to grab a bloodlust just so we can remove the rats. And right now we've got what we're looking for. So now we can just either chill or we can look for more skeletal archers and more summon helper elves. If we do find them, we will take them and get rid of some of the buffs. We'll start off with getting rid of the bloodlust. Although they are very good to have, I think this will be fine without them. I think the damage we're going to get from having even more skeletal archers or summon helper elves will just outweigh having the buff. So, we'll see how it goes. But so far their damage is a bit lackluster, not as good as it would have been if it was the plague rats or the bunnies. but that's okay. It's still a work in progress, especially since the summons need to be a little bit more cautious. And as you can see, we do have a lot of AoEs that we are trying to dodge at the same time. We do need to go get rid of all of these pylons. Very easy with the ranged minions. As you can see, they just lay into them without problem. And we're going to start now grabbing all of these negative effects that we can apply. And again, not looking for the plague rats, we are looking for more summoned skeletal archers. Fantastic. We will get rid of the arcane power, more crit. You know, there we go. We're not looking for the mages, we're looking for our summon helper elves, so we are going to skip this one. Get some cast frequency going over there, some damage, movement speed's fantastic, cast frequency, crit damage modifier, more crit, yes, and we're still going to be going there, and a nice Doom today. So do we have Doom? We must have taken one. Yes, we do. So that's fantastic. That means that we're going to have a decent chance to, you know, start proccing dazed on things as well, because each minion will have a chance to apply Doom, and then when they do apply Doom, there's a chance to apply dazed, and it's just like a vicious circle or cycle, and it's all going to make it better for us. So get some life over there, and well, we're not even going to bother with cast frequency there. We're going to go for a little bit of poison damage on our minions. Alright, so as you can see, the damage has increased quite a bit. That is obviously from impending doom, so very, very nice to get those upgrades. Very, very handy to have them in your arsenal, so if possible, try and pick them up. Would be nice to get ourselves a exposed weakness as well, and go from there as well. So oof, that mineral was causing us grief over there. Very unexpected. Alright, we do just need to try and dodge over here as much as possible. There we go, all of the bosses are dead, and we got a lot of upgrades again. So damage over there. Can we get another another summon helper elves? It doesn't look like it's happening right now, but we will get it eventually. Gonna go for the area of effect to help our mages a bit. Grab a slow so that we can get a chance for hypothermia, some multicast, and then we're going to be looking at more flat damage. So as you can see, our damage is in a pretty decent spot, but let's keep going and let's keep trying to get ourselves more and more beefy. So we're dealing quite a decent chunk of damage now. We just got to keep adding debuffs or negative effects, and it just increases the damage that you can do, or you know, flat damage upgrades. Not flat damage upgrades, they are percentage upgrades, but you kind of understand what I'm saying, I hope. Alright, we have a Chaos Void Hunter over here that we need to deal with. And there we go, dead and dusted. Stay away from the Void Presence, because they will kill all of our summons, and that's just going to be bad for us. We can grab a crystal over there, that's going to give us 2 more levels. And look at that beautiful luck that we've got. We've got ourselves a hypothermia, so fantastic upgrade over there. And we again still looking for, we found it, perfect. So here is the build, ladies and gentlemen. The ranged only, it only took us 5 minutes to find everything. That's a really long time, but it was worth it. So here we go, we've got our hypothermia, we've got our doom to daze. Those are the 2 most important synergy skills. Next we just need to find a magical exposed weakness in the upgrades, and we will be in the most fantastic part or spot that you could ever be in. So as you can see, we deal quite a decent chunk of area damage, or at least piercing, with all of our ranged skills, as well as range damage because of the mages, and we seem to be in a pretty decent spot. Now the only thing about this is you do have to keep moving, because again, like I said, they are ranged, so they do stand near you all the time, and therefore all of the area of effects are going to be on top of you. So unlike your summons that stand on the bosses and take all of their attention away from you, these ones are quite the opposite. All the attention from the bosses is going to be on top of you, and it does make it slightly more challenging, but a lot more difficult and fun. Well, I mean, the little slightly more challenging is the difficulty. I don't know why I contradict myself in half the things I say, but it does make it a very interesting playstyle where you don't have to just worry about, you know, making sure your summons are hitting the enemies. You actually have to make sure you're positioned well here as well, because otherwise you are going to get smacked quite hard and it's going to be affecting you negatively. So we got a nice multicast for summons over there, and we're going to just keep going for damage, crit, as well as cast frequency and multicast. Some area of effect here and there, especially if it is going to be a epic expansive, then we're definitely going to grab that. But otherwise, majority of the time, we're just looking for cast frequency and multicast. And we're going to try our hardest to find a place where we can stand still, even if it's just for a second, so that our minions can start shooting a lot more. I found they do hit targets a lot more if they're standing still, but they still do obviously attack when they are moving, but they just attack a lot better when they are standing still. So trying to get that all right. As you can see, we did kill one of the bosses already, so that's fantastic. We got to try and get rid of this fallen king. We actually ended up with 2 of him, and we dodged into his shield bash, so you know that didn't quite help us, unfortunately, but we're still in a very good spot. Not too worried. These were the second last bosses, and as you can see, they're dying relatively quickly. We've only got 1 fallen king left, and he's focused on our wrong side, so we could just stand still there. There we go, he's dead. Fantastic. We're gonna move up to get rid of this pylon. As you can see, the pylons don't really last either, because we have so much attack range, or you know, because our attacks go everywhere. They could be random pylons everywhere that get hit as well, so when they are summoned, as long as we're somewhere close to them, they are going to land up getting hit. We want to just grab the life over there just for that little bit more safety. Multicast Ice is actually going to be pretty good here. Some health there. Days to Burn is just extra damage. It's not the best, probably quite useless actually, but that burn damage it's going to apply is just extra damage that we'd never had, so we're going to take it. Also, I don't think we have a combustion yet in our skills. Oh no, we do have one, so again, it was pretty useless, but as long as we dazed a lot, or daze the enemies a lot, we'll burn them quite a decent chunk as well. So now we need to be very careful, because we are quite low on life. We are on our last set of bosses. Although we have 1 more life, anything can happen, so we want to try and kill them as quickly or as easily as possible, without worrying too much about whether or not we're going to survive it. So just being a little bit more cautious here with our range, and hopefully we can sort these bosses out. Alright, so we are dealing a good chunk of damage, and we just gotta stay away from walls that can block us from moving around in a circle, but otherwise very good. As soon as the Chaos Bringer is dead, we'll be even in an even better spot, but as long as they keep dying and as long as I'm staying alive, we're in a happy spot. So, ow. Alright, so as you can see, we seem to be in a pretty good spot over here. As long as we're close to the bosses to some extent, we should be able to kill them, and as you can see, they are dying to effects, so just dodging all of the bosses' effects over there. That was the Chaos Bringer's like last hurrah. As he died, he decided he wanted to throw down his cluster mine or cluster bomb, and we had to just dodge that at the very end. Alright, and there we go, there you have it. We finished our Curse VII run with the ranged minions only. It is a very fun build to play, and it was quite enjoyable. So there we have it. Who did the most damage? Obviously the helper elves, although I say obviously, I was actually going to say skeletal archers there, and it was actually a very close one. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and always remember, keep safe survivors. Until next time, cheers.